Based on your experience with homeschooling, do you recommend that to other parents that they homeschool as well?
It definitely makes life a lot easier. I know parents feel that overwhelm. They feel
Yeah.
like, oh, I could never home. I've heard it so many times, I could never homeschool my kids, or I will stop when they get into high school because I can't handle the subjects. And to give parents confidence, you do not have to be the expert in all the subjects.
You're
You
their
don't.
coach.
Especially today, there are so many different just different curricula to choose from. There's so many different avenues, groups that you can hand pick what you want. It's not, it's different from how we were raised. You got to fill these certain buckets, you have to pass these certain tests.
Hmm.
They cram for the test, they forget it the next day. We found that by teaching kids, our kids, to kind of do this more interest based, all of a sudden they come to us. In fact, one of our kids who got really into bladesmithing, and so we allowed him to have a forge in the garage. He had to learn the things, and it was great for him to be in there. He's the one that came when he was 16 or something, and said, I need more chemistry. Wait, whoa, what? I wouldn't have mixed. To have a child come to you and say, I want more chemistry because I need the answers to fix this thing that I'm working on with these knives and the metals and so on. That was amazing, because when they become so passionate, they're driving, it's almost like they're driving their own education. And when they're younger, yeah, we are letting the kids, well, if they're have an interest in something, that we can say, hey, you have to also do some history. You need to know your history. So why don't you take that interest or whatever it is? And we're going to see, how did that change in over the years in history? And what was going on? How was that interest or that talent or that passion handled during World War II, during the Industrial Revolution? So they can go, and then all of a sudden, instead of having to memorize dates and the times of wars and so on, they're finding out, like our son who was in the bladesmithing, there's plenty of weaponry and all kinds of
Hmm.
stages of history. They want to know, because we said you got to cover history, so you can come back and tell us. And the other part we have is that we have them blog about it. So they have just years of blog posts where they're showcasing what they're learning, and as it relates to their interest. So they're learning, it's all of the learning's getting done, the math is getting accomplished, the writing is getting done amazingly without tests, without grammar. We rely on Grammarly.
Yeah,
So
and well, to be honest too, like what we, people have different opinions, like Khan Academy, which is free online, right?
mm,
So right now we don't really have anybody that's that passionate about math. One of them actually has a very easy time; he just flies through it. But Khan Academy has built-in tests and everything.